You've heard the expression, perception is reality. And oftentimes in the world of politics or in the world of media, that holds true, at least for a while. But here is a situation where reality and perception are lined up, and they're perfectly synchronized. Donald Trump won the New York State Republican primary with nearly 60% of the vote. Ted Cruz came in, last numbers I saw, around 12.5%. The more important fact is that Donald Trump got 89 delegates. 89. Ted Cruz did not, unfortunately, hit the 20% mark, so he got 0 delegates. John Kasich got 3 delegates. That accounts for 92 of them. And there's one congressional district that is so close they haven't called it yet. And the 3 delegates that are left will be awarded based upon whether or not Trump or Kasich wins that particular congressional district. All right, perception and reality. Donald Trump blew the doors off of Ted Cruz. And what this is going to do is it's going to alter the discussion about the Republican nomination away from Utah and North Dakota and Colorado and the complaining that Trump supporters are doing about the fact that some of these elections don't have the populace voting, and that Ted Cruz won them because he's got a far better ground campaign than Donald Trump. It's going to shift away from that to the fact that Donald Trump blew the doors off of him. And now Ted Cruz mathematically is in the same boat as John Kasich. Now I want you to think about this for a minute. If you remember when Mike Huckabee ran for the presidency, he withdrew when he was running against, my memory is Romney. And he finally came to the place where he said, I can do the math. And even though he was winning certain primaries and had a tremendous grassroots following, it became clear that he could not win enough primaries. There was not enough delegates left for him to win the nomination process and come ahead with the majority of delegates at the convention. Okay? Remember, this is about who gets enough delegates to win the nomination. And at that point, what did Mike Huckabee do? He withdrew. He said it's over. But in this year's election, the hatred of Donald Trump is so fierce by the establishment for sure, and by some conservatives, true ideologically driven conservatives. Some of them are friends of mine who love righteousness, who love justice. They hate Donald Trump. They believe that he is the antithesis of what they want to see ideologically in the White House. And so they have gone all in for Ted Cruz. Earlier on, they might have been for Carson or one of the other candidates, Rand Paul, candidates who were also ideologically driven. But now that they have fallen away one after another, they're all in for Ted Cruz because they hate Donald Trump. So you've got 2 distinct factions of the Republican Party that hate Donald Trump. 1, the establishment. 2, true hardcore conservatives. Now, in bygone years, when a candidate got to the place where they simply did not have the mathematical possibility of prevailing, they withdrew. John Kasich has set the standard. We'll call it the bronze standard. It's not the gold standard. It's certainly not the silver standard. We'll call it the bronze standard. I'm coming in third, but I'm still going to be in this, and I'm going to do everything in my power to see to it that nobody gets the gold. There's no gold winner. No one crosses the finish line. And then maybe if there's someone staggering toward the end of the race, I can pounce on them from behind. I can do a jiu-jitsu move. Hiya! and I can cross the finish line, and I can be coronated as the Republican nominee.